Everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
What up?
What's going on?
Hi. I was gonna bring you guys in with a special intro, and I wrote out a new intro. Would you like to hear it? You want me to give you a little special? You guys want to go down and like pop back up? Let me take you out and put you back in. I can try it because I had all this planned out. I even had a song for you, for each of you. I literally spent last night making a song for each of you to represent you, but it ain't gonna work out.
Let's hear
Was
it.
mine too short? Like I just need to know the track.
You want to know what track you were? So of course, Carlton, you had to be Beyonce Soldier in that part where she's like, I like the boys up top from the BK. Know how to flip that money 3 ways. Always rich. That was your song. The East Coast swing that the country we like, because I'm a country girl. So I had to give you that one.
I like that.
Kamad, you were Neo. I don't know why that just, I don't know. Every time I hear that, do do. That's you all day. I don't know what it is.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I like how you had a whole dance with yours, Samad, though. That's dope.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then James, you were I hope you don't. I don't know why it's Pastor Cavassier. Don't ask me why, but it's Pastor Cavassier because of the club. When we were at the club, you was just giving like you were the only dude, and you were like just giving like Pastor Cavassier. Like you was nothing was phasing you. Everything was drama was happening. He was just like, pass me my drink.
I'm not gonna knock a good sipping song, so I think you did a great job with that.
And Carlton, you're gonna be mad at me, but you were definitely Kurt Franklin.
Oh, come on.
What song?
Yeah, what song? That's
it was the what's the one where he's like he has that big I mean, not that he doesn't have a big intro in every daggone song, but it's like preposterous. No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Do you want a revolution? Do you want a revolution?
I can't hear it.
So that was y'all songs, and I was gonna play each one as you came in, but you know, life happens.
That's funny, Jan. That's
actually fire though. That's fire.
I try.
That's fire.
I try. My kids at school appreciate all my effort. They really do, because they hear me going through it during lunch, trying to make things happen. So, all right, fellas. Since I'm wasting a little bit of stall time as people sign in, so I'm gonna give y'all the quick intro promo kind of thing. Welcome and thank you for joining me in the Ladies Room, our bi-weekly podcast where you get to eavesdrop into the wide range of discussions that only happen in the Ladies Room. Please subscribe and follow Apple Music, Spotify, etc. Join the conversation. Please put all comments in chat. Talk to each other. Have a good time. I mean, this is pretty much right now. The men are outnumbering me and Cassie, so this is y'all show.
This is the fellas' room right now.
No,
this is the fellas. This is the urinal.
My boys.
Welcome to the urinal. A bi-weekly podcast following fellas.
Oh my goodness.
Where we like to pee in buckets. No, I'm just all right. So
Only when we have to.
only when we have to, yeah. So I will tell you this, that one, I don't know what's going on right now. I can't see nothing. I can't even see y'all. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna keep talking. Can y'all see me at least?
Yeah,
of course.
I can see you.
I can't see y'all.
Yes.
We can
I got
see
it. Howard all right. So let me start off by telling you guys about my dates. So I have some updates. You guys ready for Jana's updates?
Yes, man.
Jana's update.
How many were there?
In the last so it's been a month. We see each other every month. So in the last month, I've had 5.
Okay.
I average like 1 a week.
Okay, so it's not 7 in 7 days.
Oh no, never doing that
That's
again.
I was curious. Yeah, thank you.
30 dates in 30 days.
Exactly. I was like, oh man.
No, never doing that again. You don't have to ask me. I won't do it unless I have a check. Unless you pay me, I'm not doing that ever again. That was horrible. But I will tell you this. I had not so great dates. But okay, let's do the bad first and then we'll go to the good. Okay? Because I feel like if we do the bad first, it will end on a good note, and then you guys will be like, "Oh, see, Jan, everything does work out sometimes, right? Sometimes, maybe not."
I'm
scared.
That's what I was about to say. It depends on how bad they are. And then,
I don't know. I think you should start off with the good because I think the bad will be juicier.
Okay, all right. We're taking a vote. Let's take a vote. Okay, so let's talk. Okay, all right. You got your look. New York. I will always go with New York first. All right. So the good, perfect date. Very gentleman. Okay, first off, we met out at a party. Mind you, he's watching the show, so I have to be very careful because he's a super nice fan. Like,
wow.
No.
I hope they're all watching. I hope the bads are watching too.
Facts.
I gave it to them.
I need them to be seeing this right now.
So messy.
No, I didn't. No, they have the podcast login. If they choose to watch it, they can watch it because I gave it to everybody I see. I gave it to. So if they choose to watch it, they can watch it. Okay, so date number 1. You want the bad, you want the good. That's right. Okay, so he was really good. Okay, he was really great because we met out at an event that both of us had a mutual friend that was throwing the event. It was one of those romantic comedy moments where like I walked. So I had been there for a while. I was about to leave and really was like over it and was about to leave. He walked in the door and I kid you not, it was like birds were chirping and like the whole like the romantic song came on and I was like, oh, that's beautiful. And then he looked at me, I looked at him, and then we walked past. And then the person whose party it was went around and they introduced us, and we just held hands for the longest time. And he would not let go of my hand. And I was like, okay. And I was like, oh, you're cute. And then we hugged. It was like the perfect moment. So then we exchanged information.
When you hugged, did your foot go up in the air when you hugged?
No, but my heart went. Yeah, and he smells amazing. And the other thing is he's not my type at all. Like I took Carlton E's advice because we've been DMing each other and he's been the brother like giving me kind of like that background advice. And he was like, I want this for you. So let's work on this. So like I went with his advice and I was like, I'm not going to go after my typical, I'm going to give somebody a chance and open my window. And so like, he actually is like physically not anything that okay, let me say this. Cause I know he's probably watching. He's beautiful. He's the most beautiful man. Like he's prettier than me. And I'm really like girly, but he's so pretty. Like he's just everything about his hair. Everything's just pretty. And I'm just like, you can't be prettier than me. You can't be prettier than me. He's prettier than me. And I'm just like, this is Phil's. And so he said something. I told him that I was like, you're prettier than me. And he was like, well, we can be a pretty together. And I was like,
that works.
So anyway, let's get to the date. So fast forward to we have a conversation this was on a Wednesday. Actually, our anniversary was yesterday of meeting each other, so it was last Wednesday. Skip to Friday. Every day he was texting me. He was like, I want to hang out with you. I want to hang out with you. And I was like, I'm free Saturday. And he was like, here's the time and date. Here's where I'm going to be. Here's where you should come. And he knows that I love art. And he booked brunch at an art gallery in the garden area. It was just so cute. And then we walked around the actual art gallery and he showed me his favorite paintings. And then we walked around and then the date never ended. Then it was like, I don't want to leave you. And I was like, cool. We don't have to leave each other. And we went to his apartment. He lives right down the street from me in walking distance.
Is that a good or bad thing?
A good thing or a bad thing?
It depends on how this goes. Depends on how this goes. It's a good thing right now. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but right now it's a great thing. So then we go to his house. We smoke. Best weed ever. Smoke, chill, listen to jazz music. We listen to Miles Davis and stuff like that. Like he loved Jones me. Okay. Then we walk around my little neighborhood together because it's his neighborhood too. We go to 7-Eleven. He buys me a drink and then we go back to my apartment because I have to go somewhere. I had to go to my mom's house. And so I was like, it's 6:00 at night and we've been dating since 12. So I think that's a successful date, right? And then he call you after, call you the next day, text you the next day, check up on you. Like he's just been such a gentleman. Like even today, he knew I was in my feelings about something. He called, he did not text. He called and was like, hey, what's up? I just wanted to hear your voice. Let's talk. Let's talk about this. And we had a whole conversation. He even gave Daria's not on right now. Hopefully she figures out her computer problem. He even gave Daria advice about her date. And told he was like, look, he's not communicating right. This is what, blah, blah, blah. And da, 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 da. Like he's a teacher.
He's a teacher.
A special ed teacher. Yeah. So yeah, that was a really good date. Maybe I don't want to talk about the bad now, but I do want to talk about the funny. So let me talk about
hold on. I know my boy Evans got a follow-up on that. Give him 30 seconds, sir. I've seen it this whole time. I'll give you a minute, sir. Do what you do, sir.
Music.
Keep telling your story. Go ahead.
Oh, shit, that's you.
Where did that come from?
Carl is playing the piano while we're talking.
What happened? Oh, this is you.
She was telling a beautiful story, man. I wanted to.
What's that, Kate? Yo, that's Casey and JoJo?
Yeah, man. Costa Rican like my mother. Costa Rican like my father.
Yo, I'm over here weak.
Good job, Jan. Good job, Jan.
Thank you. Mr. Evans, would you like to make a comment?
Well, no, I mean, me personally, I just wanted to hear about the other four. I kind of wanted to know where he fell in the line of the four. Like, was he the first date and you still wanted some other dates? Did you finish up with him? I kind of wanted to know where he fell chronologically in these 5 dates.
Actually, he was the last date I went on, and I haven't gone on a date since because I just don't feel like anybody's going to live up to it right now. I need to let this one die out for a little bit. I just like the joy of it. No, I mean like the feeling of being happy right now and being like, yay. Like I don't want to be, I mean, y'all already know because we talk all the time, but like literally, I was at Target and a man came up to me and asked me for a number, attractive man. And then I didn't even make it out the cosmetic aisle. And he texted me because they saw the text. So audience, I'm not fabricating this. This man texted me and said,
oh, it was that fast. Jesus.
No, I was in Target. He made it to the parking lot and texted me, what are you doing? And all that stuff. And then said, are you sexually active?
Yeah, that's terrible.
I only met you 15 minutes ago and you're asking me if I'm sexually active.
I would have met him in the parking lot.
He said it exactly like that. Are you sexually active?
No, it's in the chat.
Yes.
He texted. Oh wait, I may have it. Hold, please.
It's in the chat.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hold on. I forgot that I have video access to do this. Give me one good second.
You can do it
to you right now. I'm gonna try, y'all. I'm gonna try.
You can do it.
Do y'all see anything?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Good job.
There we go. True. I said, I just moved back to Baltimore. He had asked me before that, why are you back? What are you doing? I said, I just moved back to Baltimore and all my friends live in another state. You? He said, true. Are you sexually active? And I said, what the fuck kind of question is this? Like, we literally just started texting today.
That's crazy.
That's one where he wanted to get ran over in the parking lot.
I got nothing.
Was he in the desert, bro? Like, has he been?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Active?
I got nothing, man. I don't
You never answered him?
I don't know. I don't know that part of the game, man. I don't know it.
Let me
Yeah,
let me play devil's advocate a bit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, please do. Yes.
Dude, make this make sense. Make this make sense.
But yeah, come on.
So outside of the awkwardness, or even some people might even take disrespect from the question, do you appreciate when people act like that so quickly? Because on the one side, it allows you to filter out like, hey, this person isn't for you, so you're not wasting your time. On the other side, if that's what his bar is, then it's like, all right, you got to the point quickly and you guys didn't waste each other's time. Like, can you look at it from that perspective, or is it just like,
Nah, bro. I can't find the point.
Hold on. I wasn't asking the marriage.
My bad. My bad.
I wasn't asking the marriage. Nah, for real. Like, I mean, do you see the benefit there? Like, would you have?
I mean, Kiki agrees with you. Kiki agrees with you. She said, "Oh wow, I like guys who show their cards early." And then, like, you know, some people may want that. I would like the kind of like, I like the romance of it all. I like if you're just trying to get in my pants, can you at least put a little bit of effort in? Like, nigga, you literally are in the parking lot. I'm in Target. We just met in the food aisle. I was getting Starbucks.
Did he buy your Starbucks at least?
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
Yeah. You don't have the right to ask me that question. No.
Well, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait, let's back up. Let's back up a little bit. Hold up. The reason why I'm so confused by it, pardon me for this, but we're all grown here. If I'm talking to a woman, that's not even something that I'm even asking. I'm assuming that you are.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not really asking. I'm not asking you if you're sexually active. You're a grown woman. It's how long is it going to take before you get sexually active with me? Is more the question.
See, can I jump in real quick? Like,
yeah, please do jump in.
It's kind of like she's saying. It's like we're grown-ups. It's like, how long? But why are we even asking the question? Like, my thing is, like, my man sounds very awkward, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe, no, seriously, like, a lot of these people had a lot of trauma. Like, maybe you had some trauma. Like, I don't even know you, but like, what's your name? What's your number, by the way? Are you sexually active? Like, is that like a census question? Like, like
Maybe
like,
he was survey trying to get some research.
Yeah, like, is this a survey? Like,
what's going on in your life? Is it only like spoon fed to you? Like, people tell you, I'm not active. Is that that's basically like a response to him? You walk and say, hey, miss, how you doing? I'm not active.
Right.
I wish I had. See, this is when I love men so much as far as like best friends and boys. All my best friends growing up were men. And this is why I love men, because I wish I would have texted one of y'all. I did text y'all in the group chat, but we was just cutting the shit when we saw it. But like, I wish I said, what was the response? Because you asked me, Cassidy, what was my response? I wrote blocked and I blocked him. But I was like, after I wrote, what the fuck are you asking me about this question? I was like, blocked him. But I wish I would have had that, because that is gold. I would have been.
Right.
I mean, is that more forward than the random eggplant?
Yo,
Is that more forward? I mean, where is that in the hierarchy of forwardness? I mean,
that is wild.
You know, eggplant, or is you what? I mean,
if you're just tuning in, this is what we're talking about. I just want to let our viewers see what we're talking about real quick. This is what we're talking about. I got text this in the parking lot because we got 15 people in the last 2 minutes. So hold on.
Nice.
So I'm sure they don't know what we're talking about. So I got this text message, right? from a guy that I met in Target. Literally, I'm still in Target. He's in the parking lot, and he was like, "Hey, it was nice to meet you. What's your name?" Blah, blah, blah. We did all that, normal stuff. And then he asked me, "Why am I single?" I said, "I just moved back to Bmore, and all my friends live in other states. So, you." And he was like, "True. Are you sexually active?" And I said, "What fucking kind of question is this?" Like, literally just started texting today. So that's what we're talking about, y'all. Do you feel like audience members, do you feel like it's too forward? Do you feel like you would rather that? Like, what is your feelings?
I have a question for you. Did he give off any vibes that he was like socially awkward or wasn't used to dating, or he was just trying to get a point across and may not know how to do that? Like,
okay, so he gave me sexy geek vibes.
Yo, okay.
He gave you what?
Like,
what the hell is that?
Was sexy because you're an optimist and you're just trying to say something nice about him, or was he really sexy? Because that's very...
Yeah, what is that? Sexy.
That's hard. Sexy and geek. That's kind of nice.
Okay, so I like sexy geeks. Like, he had a button down on and his glasses. Like, he had glasses.
How did he walk?
I didn't watch him walk away. I should have, because that would have given me a telltale sign. Yeah, you're right. I should have walked.
I got very interested. How did he walk?
Well, I will say
this is sexy a lot.
I actually think the way he approached me doesn't fit with the text message, because the way he approached me, I was very intrigued with him, because he walked up while I was in line waiting for my order. You know how you in Starbucks you have to wait for it to be made. So I'm over there, and he was like, "Very interesting order. So let me get it straight." And he gave me my order back. He may have been crazy, because the fact that he memorized my order while I was talking is kind of weird too, now that I'm thinking about it. But I was impressed that he remembered my order. And he was like, "I'll remember that order for next time. If you give me your number, I'll make sure you have Starbucks." I thought that was kind of cute.
Serial killer, sexy geek.
You know, made him a whole fucking serial killer.
I kind of wonder, like what his answer would have been if you'd have said yes or no. Like if you said no, I'm not sexually active. Like,
I played with him a little bit.
Like,
yeah.
what would have been the next?
Can I unblock him? No. We can do a. No. I'm serious. Like, we can do a. This show is 45 to an hour long. Okay, so we got at least 30 minutes to see if he texts me back. I'm gonna be like, "What do y'all want me to say?"
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, bring it back up again. So I need to see a response. Let me see your response, because he said that, and then you said something afterwards.
I told him he was blocked.
So I'll be like, "I'm sorry, I blocked you."
I need to see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's any way back after that. You definitely should have texted us before you did this. We could have been having a whole lot of fun right now.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, we could have having fun right now.
Should have told him to dial into the podcast.
Explain yourself.
Yo, Jenny, you should have got creative. Like, yeah, I'm sexually active. I like fucking elephants and all type of crazy shit.
Just simply ask him.
Oh man.
Yo,
send me a dick pic and let me see if you're worth me being sexually active for.
Right.
Oh God.
And then I would have been like, "Your dick is small. Sorry, it's not big enough."
You'd have been in the Target bathroom.
Right.
Now we find out eggplants aren't forward enough. Dick pic off.
No, eggplants are not communication. No eggplants.
So everybody's saying they're saying this. They're saying stalker vibes in the chat. So I think look, hey. And then but Ron thinks that was a pretty good pickup line. I thought so too, Ron. I thought he did good with the pickup line. I thought that was kind of smooth. Fellas, y'all not agreeing that wasn't a good pickup line?
No, I mean, if it worked, hey, it's cool. It works.
Yeah. The question is, when you gonna be back at Target? When you going back to Target?
I was at Target in Towson. I don't live in Towson, Maryland. So.
All right.
I'm at Target a lot, actually. Let me
Okay,
not
you
say
still
that
got
out
3
loud.
more dates to tell us about?
Oh, okay.
Bad ones?
The other one, he wasn't a date. I'm not gonna even call it a date. So this one is real weird. Real weird. So I was at 7-Eleven yesterday. And
Wait, you already went on a date with him?
no, it wasn't a date, but I'm calling it a date person because it was just so weird, right? So like I went to 7-Eleven yesterday. This man walked up to me. Now this man is gorgeous. Now, Cassie, you and I both would be like, gorgeous, right? Just gives you all the swags, all the feels, right? Should have known then because of course, why can't I don't know. So he's like, you look familiar. And I was like, you look real familiar too. So we exchange information. We're talking all day through text. Just regular, typical getting to know you type thing. Then he hits me with, do you smoke? Trees.
Oh, this guy. Oh, God.
Yeah. I send the tree emoji. Thumbs up. Cool. Then he's like, do you party favor drugs? I'm like, where are we going with this? I was like, I'm not giving you my answer to that. Use your mind. And then he was like, so I was like, what do you mean? Now he was like, what do you mean about party favorite drugs? And I was like, no, I wrote, what do you mean about party favorite drugs? And he said, what do you think? And I said, Coca-Cola. And he was like, yeah. I was like, no.
Okay.
Right? I said, no. And then he was like, how about shrooms? So we go through all the drugs. Like I literally went through every drug except for crack and heroin. I think. Huh?
These are text messages?
Yes, I have them. That's what I'm saying. You can go to jail, my nigga. Like you are texting me drugs. So then he proceeds to send me pictures of the weed that he got from California and the e-pills and the cocaine. I don't know if it's good to send it to y'all phone because I don't want to get in. You know, but I can show you. I have the pictures. It's very interesting because I never seen it bagged that way, to be quite honest. So I was like, I'm still like, what is going on right now? So I said to him, I said, are you a drug dealer? And he goes, I'm a hustler.
How old was this man?
38.
Oh, no.
Right.
Sorry.
He said, oh no.
Right.
I mean, it would have been better if he was 28. I mean,
Would it matter if he was
40? 38? Like, stop.
Yeah, like I said on text, bro.
Like,
if you selling drugs through a dating app, you just
okay, we didn't get to the dating app yet.
you just kill yourself, bro.
I've never met any of these people.
Just
We didn't get to the dating
yourself,
app
bro.
yet. Hold on. So before I skipped. Before he sent me all the drugs thing, we realized, remember I told you at 7-Eleven, he was like, I know you from somewhere. So he was like, in the midst of that conversation, he's like, yo, are you on such a dating site? I literally just liked you and sent you an inbox comment. And me and him had been talking on the dating chat for like almost a year.
Wow.
And I didn't even know it, like, because I got into a relationship, so I stopped being on the dating app. So like back in October, I stopped talking to him regularly on the dating app because I was in a relationship at that point, and my dumb ass cut everybody off when I should have left everybody there. So then I stopped talking to this man. I'm glad I did, actually, at the end of the day. So that's what happened with that, was like, we figured out that we've been talking all this time and didn't even know it. So
But no drug talk. No drug talk.
Not drug talks at that time, no.
Yeah.
But
Was he looking for a customer? Is that what you get from him?
I'm getting that because I'm like, why are you asking me what drugs I want to do and what drugs I've done? And then on top of that, at the end of all of that, I said to him, me being me, because I don't want to see another black man go down. So I gave him a nice little paragraph about how maybe you shouldn't have your actual phone number attached to a conversation with drug pictures being sent to me, because you could go to jail and you don't know if I'm the feds or connected to the feds.
Yeah,
and I would hate to see another black brother go down.
He sounds like a real goof.
Yeah, for sure. Nasty work, bro.
Like, I'm just wondering, like, how long do you stay a drug dealer? Like, Do you do this for like 5 years? Like, how do you make it to 38 and get to the point where you like?
What was he
You
driving?
like drugs? Like 38 years old
Like
is
drugs?
you should be like wholesale at that point, not just like
What was he driving, Jan?
yeah. Like,
Oh,
you should have moved up in the career of drug dealers by 38.
Look,
Yeah.
V said because
I
she's
mean,
from
but that's
Baltimore.
what he did. I think if he was going digital. He's going digital.
COVID happened and people found ways to sell drugs, and this is the new way. Okay.
Yeah.
this is nasty work,
I
though.
live downtown. I live downtown Baltimore, and V's from Baltimore, and she said Baltimore fond of things if they are selling it. Otherwise, it wouldn't come up like that. So very much so, I think that he was trying to sell me drugs, and maybe that's so on. That's maybe how he sells his drugs. But I just am like, we didn't really date, but I felt like that was date worthy.
Okay.
Okay,
So
let's go into the conversation.
we got, are you sexually active and do you like drugs?
Yo, right, son. Like,
Blocked and
That's what
blocked.
we're working right now, yeah.
yo, Janet, yo, you meet some of the most intriguing dudes, bro.
Real.
Like,
I mean, intriguing people. Like, let me tell y'all, like, one of my dates was a girl, and very lovely girl. Very lovely girl. But have y'all, fellas, because y'all dated in your former lives and are dating the single ones, have you ever been with a girl where she just laughs at, and I don't know if it was like a nervous thing, but she would just laugh at like things that were not funny, and it was just weird. Like, I would be like, oh, I'm going to order a Coke.
Oh, God.
No? Oh, my God.
It's a form of
I
like
can't say that. Where did you go?
Hold
I
on,
need
hold on.
visuals.
Wait.
Where did I go? We went to just our local, like up the street. We went up the street to a bar.
Tell Onyx we said hi.
Onyx is barking because my neighbors are moving and they would pick tonight to move at nighttime. This is my life right now, y'all.
Oh.
And they, oh, by the way, I didn't have internet for 48 hours because when they were moving, they accidentally cut the cord to the internet in the hallway. That's in the ceiling. That's in the ceiling. So, yeah. So that's
So
my
this
life.
girl is
But we,
local.
yeah, she's local, and she's somebody that I talk to regularly, and that she's cool. And like we never, like I could tell that she liked me, but she's never been with a girl before, so that red flags me already because I'm like, I'm not doing the help you out with
Experimental
your.
thing.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You say she's never been with a girl before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So you're not trying to take her virginity or something? But what?
That's, yo, right.
No, because it gives fetish, it gives experiment, it gives, let me just try this out with this person who I think will.
I mean, that's
Wait, Cassie, what's the last thing you said? Say it again.
It gives like, let me just try this out with this person who I think will do this.
Okay.
And I'll explore my curiosities there. That'd be like a white man just dating a black girl just to see
Okay.
what it's like.
Okay.
That's not
well, I mean, that's one way to look at it. Like, I mean, like from a man's perspective, if like a woman finally was like, all right, I've never been with a man, but you know what? I'm not gonna look at it like, oh, well, you're just. I'm like, oh, I am the chosen one. Yes.
So, but hold on, Carl. Do you apply that same logic to virgins?
What is that?
Would you apply that same logic to virgins?
Yeah, virgins is different.
Yeah.
Right.
Not
Well, typically they're a girl version.
not at this age.
Well,
Yeah.
I think there
Not
are
at this
people.
age.
I think there are people that appreciate the dating a virgin, the groom. I'll say grooming, but we're talking about grown folks, a different kind of grooming, like taking somebody that's not experienced, and then I know people that would prefer to marry a virgin. It's not my ministry, but I think there are people that are out there for that.
Not my ministry.
30-year-old.
He sips his past the Cavassier. I'm just saying.
They have those, man. Over 30 years old. They got birthday.
Oh, I know too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you they do.
Really?
And
I have
it's
two friends
a
that are.
weird thing because they have not after 30, it's like your identity. Like
Mhm.
I am a
Right.
virgin. Like that's
Right.
who I am. So then they become even more like losing it means losing a part of themselves.
That's
Yep.
deep, bro.
So it
That's
gets
deep.
so that's why it so you being the man, if you the one to take that person's virginity,
Oh yeah.
you better
Bruh,
marry
I don't
them.
even,
You
I
better
don't
marry
even want that. I don't want it.
Don't want it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want it. You can have it if you made it this far, and and you haven't done it.
Yo, that's
You
a
don't
fact.
want it.
That's a fact,
Keep
bro.
that, yo.
Yeah, like
You think about it, yo. You
Yeah.
think about it. If you had sex with a virgin, bro, like the type of expectations, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
that's what I mean. Not just sexually expectations. Like you got to marry this person because if you
Oh,
hurt
wow.
them, like if you hurt them, oh man, they'll never touch another person again.
Well, it's also let me be real, and this is me being forward and honest. I've taken a lot of girl virginity because I'm feminine and I'm girly. Trust
That's
me.
what you got.
Right after COVID, Jana was locked and loaded in these streets. It was like pow, 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 pow. I was going through the whole list. Like, oh, you inboxed me back when we were in COVID lockdown. You inboxed me. Because the thing is, this is what I know about me, and I'm not trying to be conceited, but because I'm girly and I'm feminine, but I'm forward, it's easier for women who are interested in exploring that side to do it with somebody like me because they know I'm going to be sensitive and loving and caring and make them feel good. And I'm always going to make them feel like a princess, and it's going to be a whole experience, right? But that doesn't do a lot for me. And right now in my life, I have to be selfish. And selfishly, I want to be the princess. I'm tired of all my girlfriends were the princesses to me. I want to be the goddamn princess this time.
Amen.
Like, I'm not doing any more projects. I'm not fixing no more motherfuckers. I'm not giving nobody no more degrees. Like, no. If you are going to college or want to go to college, do not hit me up for sex because I have put bitches through school. Everybody got fucking master's degrees at this point. Actually, most of y'all don't need your degrees because I wrote y'all fucking thesis papers. Don't think that I'm not waiting for my money. So, but anyhow, I don't want that anymore. So I get that energy from her that she's looking for someone, a woman, because she's been hurt by so many men. I call them gay for play. They're like, they want to feel good and I make them feel good. So then once their self-esteem is built, right? Mm-hmm. Then it's, oh, let me see what else is out there, because if she would treat me like this, somebody else is probably going to treat me even better because I now am on this level. I got my master's degree. I've taken bitches shopping and changed their whole wardrobe. Like literally gifted them with a whole new closet. So the thing is, like, now I'm getting fresh haircuts. My eyebrows are done. I know how to put on makeup and shit. I'm feeling myself. People are hollering at me in the streets. I can do better than her. Doing that.
I can do better.
Steve is wild, bro.
Okay, wait. I gotta read. What do y'all think about this? Because V wrote this, and I'm curious to see how the guys feel. Some people are technically virgins because they never enjoyed sex before. What does that comment mean?
You know what? I've said that before. That's why the body count question should be a question you ask, because women lie. Women are lying. If they didn't like it, that the body don't count.
I mean,
their body don't count.
Well,
so they'll be like, so.
Well, if we're doing that,
let me go back to my notes.
I got one. I only have to say one person.
That's why you can't ask. It's not gonna be the truth. It's not.
Then my body count be like 2.
Yo, but people actually still ask. They ask women to body count.
It's silly. It's a silly question. It's a non-issue.
I don't know if the singles are. I'm not asking. Like, I don't like. Does it matter? Like, I don't know. It feels pointless at this point.
If somebody's asking, "Are you sexually active?" I'm sure people still ask.
Yes.
Facts.
Yo, That would be
Hold
hilarious.
on. Wait, hold on.
That would be the
Are
next
you still a virgin if you've never had sex and enjoyed it? That was the question? Yeah, I'm not any virgin. Not even close. Not even close.
You know what? Technically,
That's actually just a you problem. You need to figure yourself out. Go somewhere, do some soul searching and stuff like that. The fact that you've had sex all these times and never figured out a way to enjoy it, that's a problem. You're stopping
that is a
yourself from
problem.
drinking. I don't know what's going on, but you need to figure that out. Maybe you need to talk to him. You need to communicate with each other.
You need to be
Give
selfish.
them pointers.
Selfish, right?
Yeah.
Put a bag.
What
over
if you
his
never
face,
had an
bro.
orgasm? Like, let's say you've had sex, it was okay. Like, like I don't know for men, but for women, the orgasm is great. It's the icing on the cake, but we also like the buildup of, like, we like everything in it. Like, it's the whole package, right? So, and I'm not sure, I can't speak for men, but most men that I've talked to said they like the package of, if in that case you would just nut all the time and just shoot up in there and go, right? So you have those moments, but what do you prefer? Do you prefer the intimacy with the package, or do you prefer, especially my singles, or when you were single husbands? Let's just get it in. Let's go.
Personally,
or is there people that fit in those lanes?
Personally, I won't holler at a woman if she's never orgasmed. Like, and matter of fact, let me be more specific. If she doesn't
Wait,
masturbate.
what? Say that again and say it loud. Wait, what'd you say?
I won't holler at a woman that has never orgasmed. I won't holler at a woman that doesn't masturbate, because if she can't mentally get herself there, then she needs, maybe there's somebody else that is more for her. Like, I only want, at this point in my life, my big age, I only want amazing sex.
My man.
Right.
I'm here. I'm on my GI. No mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
I'm like,
yo,
if she ain't ready to like meet me,
My man.
that's right. That's a fact, bro. That's
And
a
you're saying that happens if she's only happens if she's able to
let
reach
go.
her.
So let me be clear. I do software. I do engineering. So when I talk about this whole mental and where people are, this is just one person's opinion. With that being said, I feel like women, there's a part of sex for women that is mental. And so if you can't like get yourself in that mental space to have like a great moment, then there's only so much another person can do. And so I'm saying for me to, if I want to optimize for having great sex every time, I need a woman that can be in that moment with me and not wherever else other people are. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, like I said, it's just one person's perspective.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think you hit a point. It's like being in the moment. Like, you gotta, if a woman is scared to let go, or whoever she dealt with before, like, that's how they hit. Like C said, you gotta be selfish and find your own. You know what I'm saying? In that moment to have work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let go. Let go. Two words.
And you gotta be comfortable. You gotta be comfortable with that.
That's what I'm saying, right? Comfortable. Let go.
Yeah.
Me and James are the same thing, basically. Huh? Like, that's a you problem. And he figures out that she's got a you problem. He's like, nah.
No, I mean, but James is not
That's a you problem.
James
can't go over that dumb girl.
The soft side of what you would say, and Carlton is like, I'm gonna give it to you straight. It's your vagina and your pussy is whack. Get out.
Listen,
like, I just don't think this is gonna
work. Listen, you know what it is? There's a disconnection. They're not in tune. There's a disconnect between their brain and the pudding.
Well, what about the disconnect that is she can't connect because in her mind she's like, this is whack, this is whack, this is whack.
Let it go.
Like, so there's a little bit of giving.
So wait a minute. All right. So let's play the law of averages. I mean, so every single time she's had sex, it's been whack?
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Like every single time. You ain't found one. Not one thunder god. Not one.
You know what it is? It's probably like you know what it is? It's probably conditioning, man. Religion, society.
All of that.
all that's like got in her head, man, and she can't. She's probably like split between the moment. She got to just take the moment back and say, you know what I'm saying?
See, I say it like this. I just want somebody else that's happy to be there. Like, I need you to be hyped to be there. If you hyped to be there, then when it's whack, you can say, all right, let's do this. Now let's do that. Jump up. Do something. Do something that they're like, you don't know something that we can do.
Circus Soleil sex are you having
Something.
over there, motherfucker?
Listen, I'm just saying.
Throwing people up. Let me do a wellness check for your wife. But y'all got kids for a reason.
I need to take my ashwagandha.
Y'all got young kids for a reason, so let me shut the fuck up. Y'all forever.
but just be happy to be there, and that kind of gets rid of those inhibitions that somebody was talking about.
Yeah,
like if your brain can't get rid of stuff, you might not be able to try the stuff that you might like.
Wait, let me put Angela's comment up because she is a member of our show and she's not feeling well. She said, y'all know we don't come every time, right?
Yeah,
for sure. Of course.
But y'all do.
For you guys. I hate that for you.
Hey, listen, that's not our fault.
I hate that for y'all.
Another you problem.
Here's the thing now. And another thing y'all need to understand, just because a man comes, men have orgasms too, and every time a man nut, he don't necessarily orgasm. There's levels to ours too. So understand that. There's a lot of women out there that probably never even felt 100% because they don't even know how to get it to 100%. They probably been dealing with 70% their whole life because that's probably as far as they can get it up.
No, I disagree.
You think you disagree?
Oh well, on my behalf.
Well, no, I'm not saying any one of y'all, but
look. My thing is, I agree with everything you're saying because of the fact that I've been masturbating to the point where when I was a little kid, my mom had to have a talk with me about masturbation because I used to masturbate and didn't know it was wrong, and I didn't care who the fuck was around when I would do it because I didn't know humping my teddy bears was. My mom actually watches the show, so let me shut the fuck up. But
Hi, Mom.
It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. Like I had to have a whole talking to about humping teddy bears and humping the ground. So like, and I stayed a virgin for a really long time because of the fact that I could just get myself off. I didn't fucking need you.
I mean, not for nothing. That's what most women have orgasms anyway. Off a rabbit or something.
Oh no, I hate toys. I don't. I hate toys.
You don't got a rose at home.
I did during COVID, and I hate it. I think it's the worst thing ever. It's disgusting. Like, to me,
really?
I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like the buzzing. I need.
That's an unpopular opinion.
I don't like that. But I'm also a lesbian that doesn't like strap-ons. I don't want to be penetrated by a girl. Like, if I want to be penetrated, I'll fuck a dude. Like, I think that's dumb. It's just me personally. I'm just weird like that. But I don't mind fucking you. I'll fuck the shit out you with a strap on. And I get off on that, but I won't let her fuck me with a strap on.
Oh.
Can you get off scissoring?
Oh, I love it. That's the best feeling in the whole goddamn world. It's better than fucking sex with men. Holy shit. Because remember, everything that women have is on the outside. Our clit to clit, if you get in the right position and it's wet, a clit and a clit rubbing up against each other, fire. Fire.
But that's what I was saying. That's why I said at the end of the day, women is really just matched because that's really, you know what I'm saying? For dudes, like C said, we get, but like women, the bastard is really where their orgasm be at anyway. So whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Look, Angela agrees with me. She said, I don't like the rose either. I've heard a lot of girls say they don't like it.
Yeah, it's
I
like
didn't have rose.
from my small sample.
Some people don't like Beyonce, so
there are people that like
the same thing. And it's not working anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, it's just,
you broke it? Like,
it's burned out. And I'm not an overshare. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I know you was mad that first day it was out. I know you was mad like God.
oh Hype don't do it like that. Hype said, damn, I'm gonna block you. Don't block me, bro. We family. You can't block me. Who am I gonna tell all my problems to if you block me?
Jen, I'm gonna block you. Never had a rose.
Even said she never done the rose. A lot of people in here
You never
said
had it? This thing went viral. I mean, I thought everybody had one.
That's what I thought, bro.
Yeah.
They
You
make it
know,
seem that
they
way
had
because
one.
like everybody's vocal about
They
it,
have
but
a
it's
good
not.
marketing department.
Yeah, because when we went to Vegas, remember, Kat, was it you that I was with, or maybe it was Sharon? Like they had a billboard in Vegas with the rose on it and says, "Have you bought your girl a flower today?" or something like that, and it's the fucking toy. It's a huge billboard in Vegas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, if you do toys, you should, for the people in the comments, if you do toys, you should get yourself a rose. I think you should, have that experience.
yeah, just like you should have experience clit to clit, girls.
Get the warranty so it don't burn out on you.
Not the warranty. Get the extended warranty.
All right, y'all. No, for real, we're getting into a question because we got.
Let's get that assurance.
All right, wait, hold on. I got you. I got y'all. I'm trying to do this all by myself. Hold on, we got this. All right, we going past this stupid text message. We're not doing that. All right, y'all can see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for you guys. For the Carlsons. You want to ask it, Cassie?
It's up there, but how do you guys feel that marriage benefits you guys specifically, Carltons?
That's a very personal question.
That's a good question.
Sorry.
I know this. Me and my wife, we've been together since we were at Howard. So since our freshman year at Howard.
Wow.
So
what's the math?
2002.
Wow, that's amazing.
So but one of the things that I can know that changed, we were together a long time before we got married, but one of the main things I saw that changed was people took me more seriously once we got married. So like it would be like if I said, yo, I got to go get my girl from somewhere, they'd be like, all right. But if I said I need to go pick up my wife from somewhere, they'd be like, oh yeah, go ahead. No problem. It's just people kind of saw me more as an adult, I guess. Like, and I think that benefited me professionally. People kind of took me, because my job is, I'm a musician. People think I'm the artist, I'm a laissez-faire, whatever. But when they see I'm married, they feel like, oh, wait a minute, he might take something seriously. So people kind of took me more seriously once we got married. But
Hype
as
says
far
he can relate. He said he relates.
Yeah.
Other Carlton, what's your benefit?
I mean, I feel like having a wife, it definitely centers you, gives you more focus. I mean, just thinking about the transition between being a single man, when from my Thundercat days, where I'm just like, all right, who won it? And kind of moving that out, it kind of allows you to focus your energy in a lot of other areas. Like, once you get it's almost like Albert, it's like almost like Scarface said, like once you get the woman, then you get the power kind of thing. It's like, all right, you get the woman and kind of sit there, and he actually kind of flip-flopped because I think he wanted the power before the woman. I actually think it's a little bit reversed. I think a woman kind of can help you, like a woman behind you can help. She brings something to the table. So, I think every good man could deal with having could have a woman behind him, giving it, because it's kind of the yin to my yang. So I know I can be a little unbalanced, and having a good woman can kind of balance you out. The same thing that a man can do for a woman. So I could actually go on with the benefits, but I don't know if it's like me specifically, more so as I feel like the benefits of relationships and how let's break it down. This economy is crazy. I mean, two income households. Let's be for real here. There are a multitude of different ways that being in a marriage. You're talking about. In the eyes of the government. When even going back to Carlton's perspective, my namesake, the government takes you more seriously when you have a wife as opposed to just a girlfriend. You know, for instance, if I want to get out of work because I had a baby, you can't get out for your girlfriend. Get out for your wife. It's you know, there's a bunch of different, you know, and there's a bunch of privileges that society, I think, kind of affords married men. But you know, there's a lot to it.
So, question: do you feel like if you compared, I don't know, imagine the single version of you that doesn't get married, and then to the married version at this point in your life, do you feel like your paper is up more because you're married, because you spent this time and y'all kind of built together?
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely, because like I said, you build together, you know, and you know, especially if you pick, you got to remember, you know, marriage in and of itself, you know, people look at the personal sides of it, but marriage is actually it's a business as well. So you got to understand, it's like, all right, well, your wife's paper, if you pick the right queen, she got some paper too. So if you don't have more money in a marriage, then I think you kind of chose the wrong one.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That is a dead giveaway.
I know where to go get marriage counseling now.
You know,
dead giveaway.
Real shit.
I think this is sweet, Carlton. Your best friend Shakiva Brown said this about you, and I think it's the sweetest thing. She said, "I agree. Marriage has grounded you." Talking about you, Carlton. Your wedding day was a great day for me. I no longer had to worry about you. That's so sweet.
But
That's so sweet. So,
like me, you know, me and my wife, we were good and broke. We were good and broke together. You know, you know what I'm saying? But we were able to even like get out of debt together, like you know, because we could do it with, like you say, 2 incomes, attacking the stuff. Like so, like you say, if your money is going down, it's probably not a good one.
Yeah, exactly.
hey, cool. That was so wholesome and sweet. Let's be some ratchet. All right. So we are all around the same age, 40 to 50. Do they find that their female partner's sex drive is increasing or rather high? How do you deal with that? How would a female tell their partner in a way he would receive it that she needs the D more? Okay, so let me give you the backstory of this a little bit. This actually was a big conversation topic in Vegas with the girls.
We leave that question up. I just want to dissect that fully.
Yeah. I'll leave it up. But basically, like, we were in Vegas, and women our age, in our 40s to 50s, our sex drive is super high right now. And it's like, it's even, you can go to any kind of
research
study, and there's millions of studies talking about how women's sex drive increases because we're about to go through, or we're going through, like, you know, our
perimenopause and
menopause and all that.
Yeah. So like we want it all the time. So it's like when you don't have a partner who has that same sex drive, or your sex drive has increased and theirs has stayed the same, how do you know what I mean? Have you experienced this, basically what the question is asking, and how do you deal with it? And then on top of that, how do you, as a woman, what is an appropriate way to not demasculate you or make you feel some kind of way to ask for more sex?
Oh yeah, you can pull this thing down now. We don't see that no more. Thank you. That's a I haven't had this. Well,
me neither.
I mean, how does a woman tell a man that she needs it more?
Look, I'm telling you, all the women in the chat are saying, like, it's so high, like their sex drive is super high. Like, why do you think, okay, can I say this? Literally, I know a lot of women my age that are fucking 20-year-old men just because of the fact that their sex drive is high at 20 years old. They don't want to fuck the 20-year-old, but the 40-year-old ain't putting it in. So they're like, yo, I got to go get me a little young man so I can get my knocks off.
But the 40-year-old's not that old, though. Like,
right?
Unless he feels old. Like, that's interesting. You know what I mean? So when we say sex drive has gone up, right? Typically a woman this is what we
I can only speak to the women that I've spoken to in this group. And they were like, basically, once a week to maybe 3 or 4 times a week they want it. You know what I mean? Before, they're with their husband or their long-term partner, and it was like, once or twice a week. And now they want it like every night. They want it every morning or something like that. And it's like, babe, I'm tired. Like, I can't, you know what I mean? It's not a rude thing. It's not like a ignorant thing. It's just like, we are working, we're doing things. You know what I mean? You're tired. You worked out today. You know what I mean? My job has now become fucking you. I'm fucking tired. So like, what are they supposed to do? What are they? I don't know.
So I'll give a perspective, and then but this is a perspective as a single dude. So there's like a partner married part of this question that I'll let everybody else kind of weigh in. I have noticed that sex drive has increased with women. I think it's great. You know what I'm saying? I'm supportive of it. You know what I'm saying? Do more. As far as like what to do, I would say initiate. I think that society and oftentimes like teaches women young or like impairs women a lot when it comes to like being able to initiate. And for women that are able to initiate, for women that are able to say, like explicitly say, here's what I want right now, let's do a thing. I think that lowers the barrier. So that, I would put that out there, and I think that it's funny because I've also heard the narrative of women that like have initiated and then been turned down in the moment for whatever it was. Maybe it was sick, or maybe you had a headache, or maybe his mom passed, whatever it was, right? And then they're like, oh, well, I got turned down once, so I don't want to ever want to do that again. But from a dude's perspective, like we don't say how many times we've initiated and taken a nail, and it's like, it's just part of a thing, right? And so when you're in a relationship, you would like to think in a relationship that it comes from a place of honesty, and I can share what I want, you can share what you want, and we can find some middle ground in the thing. We had a conversation about, toys earlier. I think 2 people should be able to come together and solve a problem. And big pun on come together. So
I'm the only girl on the show that fucks girls right now currently. So I will say I think that is a thing where it's like, because we're 2 women, we really value us getting the experience of having an orgasm. And so it's a different experience, but with men, because I have sex with men too, it's very different where it feels like it's more selfish with them. So I think what you're saying, James, is really powerful in the sense that we need to flip the narrative and kind of take the reign and take the power, because we're so used to, like, I can understand that because like there's been many times with my ex-girlfriends where I'm like, yo, you're saying I'm not giving you sex, but I'm tired of being the one that's like initiating all the time. Like I'm tired of, because I feel for men because I played the kind of the guy role in a relationship, and it's a lot. Like I'm like, yo, I would like to feel pretty and sexy too. And what I've heard from men is that they feel like they're like, I've never been with a woman that treats me like this, because I treat men like women. I can't change who I am. So like, I'm gonna rub you, I'm gonna cuddle you just like I would a woman. So like, I think my advice to women out there, and I gave this advice to my girls in Vegas, is sometimes we gotta let go. We can't always blame guys. And I'm probably gonna get so much shit for this comment right now. It's on us. Like, you gotta, like, what are you doing to entice him to want to have sex? We always say that as women. We always say, oh, he's not romancing us. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. But flip the script. What are you doing to make him want to have sex with you tonight? Are you coming home, like making his favorite meal, putting on a little lingerie, like opening the door, being like, yo, babe, you don't got to do shit today. I even fucking took out the trash, motherfucker. Sit the fuck down and let me suck your dick. How many of y'all are really saying that?
God bless you, yo. You see
that?
God
bless. You're doing the Lord's work out here.
Yo, if my wife used to say that to me, I'm like, see, Let's get married.
Okay, so can I tell you this? My ex-boyfriend got that all the time.
Oh,
And he's not going to deny that he got that all the time. Because again, and that's why I don't understand why I was cheated on. Be quiet, Dennis, because I was giving sex every day and giving blowjobs while you playing video games. Like, motherfucker, what the fuck? So playing Madden, just giving to head. Like, what the fuck? I can't, drinking a beer. Like, what the fuck? Making your whole dreams come true. But again, I'm not trying to bash women because I know I'm gonna get heat for that comment. But take responsibility too. Now, let me say this: if you're doing all that, it may be time to change a partner. Sorry, or cheat.
So, all right, let me ask a different question. I'm single, never been married. Saying that for this group because I don't know if I shared. So, never been married. I ain't never been in like that real committed shit that y'all is in. I feel like part of that commitment is to figure out, like, I'm assuming there ebbs and flows. Like one of those kind of hyperbolic questions you ask is like, what happens if your mate has a medical issue, or what happens if there's like, tough things going on? There's a death in the family, or there's just like a lot of stress or whatever. I'm assuming as part of like that committed relationship that you understand that there could be some ebbs and flows in the thing, and you like to think that there's still a middle ground and all of that. Is that something that y'all at least you process as part of this relationship, that there is not always going to be like hot and heavy? There's going to be some, I'm not going to wish dry spells on anyone, but there's going to be some times where it's not as, not as consistent, not as loud.
I mean, this thing is definitely a roller coaster, man. It goes up and down. It evens out. Yeah, I mean, that's what marriage is. I mean, you sign up for everything in between. The ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, all of that. So, yeah, I mean, bringing it back to this, I mean, I'll say this much. Giving some perspective on the whole sex thing with marriage, like. Women's sex drive. I mean, and I think this is well research. A lot of women don't even reach sexual maturity until they get into their late 30s, early 40s. It's kind of what you're hearing now and things like that. So it's like a lot of women are kind of almost enjoying themselves for the first time, if that's really what's going on. Like, I mean, imagine you've been doing this for 30 years, and then at 38 you finally was like, whoa, what was that? I'm sure that probably changes things. And in marriage, I mean, I don't know if other cultures can, I mean, women, yeah, I think I can definitely attest to the fact that it is increased. I mean, we've always had a healthy relationship, but I mean, I don't know. I guess for me, I guess the answer is, I guess the question that I have for that is, how far apart is their drive? I mean, is it like, does she want it like every day and he can only give it like once a week or once a month? Because I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess if they're pretty close, somebody can, I feel like in a relationship, somebody's drive is always a little bit higher than the others. Sometimes it flip-flops, actually. I mean, that's what happens in mine. Like, I ain't gonna front. Sometimes we're both getting our seasons. Is the way it'll happen. Where sometimes I'm just like, hey, I'm mad at everything. She's like, oh my God, I'm like, you better get it while it's hot, girl. And you know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. Sometimes it flips. It flips because I'll be honest with you, like people are everybody tries to talk about it. People are seasonal. Like, not everybody's in that hot season year round, 24/7, 365. That's not real.
Yeah,
that's not real. You come in and out of it. The great thing about marriage is sometimes y'all come into that season together, and then it's like Krakatoa, like, let's get it on. A lot of other
times, a Carlton dictionary of all your terms that you use.
But
you have a whole different vocabulary, my dude.
You kind of,
different vocabulary.
I think other cultures, you can kind of attest to that. It's like you're kind of filling each other's season out. Sometimes they're blending, sometimes they're not. That's what marriage is like. Oh, I'm not my season, but my wife. All right, let's go. Sometimes it's just like, nah, you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. And, we both had to say that to each other. I mean, based on what your day is like. I mean, life is life, and you're like, I would love to oblige you right now, but. So
I'm getting from this person that it's more of a like.
He said, "I love to oblige you, but I mean, yo, and I respect what she's saying. Like, you gotta be upfront with your partner, man. Because, Jan, like you saying, women as you get older, but keep it real as men, we're not a Howard. Howard, we was like,
yeah, I
we
mean,
was Jack Rabbit. Like, yo, we was literally Jack
that
Rabbit.
was definitely a different season. That was it. That was still
Howard,
rap.
we was Jack Rabbit, bro. Like, put a battery in me, bro. Like as you get older, you like she said, not today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not personal.
I mean, all right. Then we also have to think about the fact that, and this is a real thing that a lot of men don't talk about, but I'm gonna say it is a little different when it's in-house. Because it's always there. So you know, like
you're going down and you're going down the road.
What I'm gonna talk about.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You know, and it's you that's one thing you gotta make sure you never do. You don't ever want to take it for granted. But at the end of the day, it's there. Stay right there. I'll be there tomorrow. And she can do the same thing to you. And it happens.
Well, Hype said you can talk that good shit all day, and when it's time to show up, you might be knocked out. So you know what I mean? Like you can flirt all like we gonna do it. I mean, there's been we older. We're not old. We're older, and let's be real. You only got so much in your tank, like all day long. You've been. I mean, for me, I know I'm a teacher. I've been giving my energy to other people's children all fucking. Like I've been with your kids longer than you've been with your kids all day, right? And then you want me to come home and perform? Sometimes I just want. And then I remember I'm the more giver in the relationship. So I'm the one doing all the goddamn work. Like I just need a minute. I need a day or two. But what I'm getting from this person is not that. It's more of it's weeks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's a major gap here that needs to be shortened.
But she was all right with the weeks. But here's the backstory. I think it was like that's how they started. You get what I mean? Like she's feeling bad and guilty right now because she loves this man. She don't want to leave this man. But in the initial, when they first started, it was kind of they didn't have a very sexualized relationship going into it. And then now it's like her sex drive is like on 25.
So it's always been like this, and then when she got a certain age, all of a sudden
it's like
got it.
Yeah,
and she's like, I don't want to cheat and I don't want to leave him.
Listen,
but
I think
no.
Oh, I think it's good to
long term. I mean, legal marriage, no, but they probably been married than most marriages, to be quite honest. I mean, I was with my ex for 8 years, and I wasn't married.
I think it's to speak to the part where how can you approach?
Yeah, I think that's what the question is more of like, how do I do it without making him feel bad? Yeah,
like you got to have the conversation of what's next, because you're getting locked into your 4-5 good positions that you can knock out, and you got to get to what's position number 6? What's like I say, what we gonna do next? But to have a conversation of what's something that you ain't done that you would like to do, you know what I'm saying? And that may start unlocking some other things that you might want to do with your partner before anybody starts looking outside. But
like, have you ever tried this little blue pill before?
Yeah, or injections or something.
Something. I mean, but any of that, all of these conversations, like if they've been together that long, I done seen every bit of your dirty draws. I done seen the toilet being clogged with your tampons before. There's nothing that we haven't seen of each other. We can have a conversation.
That's facts, but let's keep
that's a fact.
But
my thing is like, is she staying with him? Like I hear all that, Jenna, like, or does she feel obligated to stay with him? You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, then she's not choosing herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. She's been with him years, but if at the end of the day she's not satisfied, it might sound superficial because it's sex, but at the end of the day, she's not happy. Like obviously they're not happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she might want to.
I think that's what I mean. Like before we get to wait, I'm not happy. If I've seen that, if I know, if I've been to your mama house and like we know each other intimately, and we can't have that conversation, that's another issue that's outside of sex.
Right.
That's a big assumption though. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
let's keep it a buck. So when it comes to relationships, I think maybe on this call we all agree that communication is key. But think of all the relationships you all know. Think of all the unsuccessful relationships you all know and how much they didn't talk about, right? So it doesn't surprise me that if people wind up in a situation where, yeah, they've seen each other's dirty draws and they still can't have a conversation on what you enjoy sexually, what works for you, the timing that works for you, whether you're in that season or in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like communication when it comes to relations, that for me is the bar. And so, yeah, I can't see being in a relationship where I can't have an open conversation to understand kind of where we are and what the next thing is. But it doesn't surprise me that there are people that wind up in a situation it's like, yo, we can't talk. Like I fully believe that there are whole married people that can't talk about sex.
I know whole married people that are not even having sex.
I think we're on a similar track, and that's what I think. That's why I say it's a bigger issue when you can't have that conversation.
Yeah,
it's bigger than just sex or your just sex drive. If I can't even be that honest with you, if we can't even have a conversation like that, then it starts to get into much deeper things that I'm not qualified to talk about.
Now, let me ask you something. Has this been communicated? Has she communicated at all this point to him?
Yeah, she actually had the conversation with him. Well, she like what I told her, I think that she tried to do it in a way that wasn't hurtful, but it came off jokingly, and maybe he took it as a joke. And I was like, maybe he didn't read it right. Like, cause she was like, we should like try to, I shouldn't put it. Oh. We should try some like happy drugs, like E or whatever. Okay. Like maybe something to like stimulate us to maybe do sex more. And he was like, I'm not putting toxins in my body kind of response. And she was like, well, what would make you want to have sex more? And he was like, sleep. And then he actually like went to sleep.
Oh, wow.
I mean, so if we're speaking specifically to them, maybe she should
cheat.
Book. Well, no. I was gonna say buy the flight, book the vacation. Maybe they should go and like or staycation, whatever. Maybe they should go and like try something. Maybe it's the location.
Maybe wait, hold on. So let me add this to the comment. He isn't into you. And then wait, hold on. He's giving it to somebody else.
Maybe.
I mean, all of those things can be true, yeah.
Yeah, I think she should bring up seeing other people and see how he responds to that. My other question would be, do they date? Do they go anywhere together? Do they have an interesting life otherwise? Maybe he's just not interested because he's not stimulated in other ways. And it's not always, is she serving you and is she being, let me do whatever you need me to do. It's stimulation in general.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Boring.
Some of it may just be logistical, like timing. Because if you're working like 2 jobs, and he's like, from what I understand, he works 2 jobs, and like he's taking care of home and all this other stuff. He just may be really tired. But I also think that there has to be a level of respect for her to be like, she's also taking care of home. She's also working, jobs. And it's not like she's sitting at home. Like she's working and makes more money than him too. Not that money matters, but my thing is like, she's also working. So it's not like it's a one-sided thing where, y'all need to take time and just, I will say with her situation, she has put in the effort. I know who the person is, and they definitely have put in a lot of effort, like bought cute lingerie, like did the dinner thing. And it's just like, talked all this shit through text, but then once home came, it was.
But you know what, though? And that's the next thing. That's the next thing, too. Maybe he's hiding. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it started off with he wasn't really, sexually. Like maybe he has a say. Like I see somebody, Kiki, she said that maybe it's a medical issue. Maybe this is like something that he's hiding and he doesn't feel confident. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like they said earlier, like you got to have conversations and make, because especially as a man, women assume that men are supposed to be sexually confident, and that's just not the fact. Not every dude is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So maybe he's just trying to avoid the reality. Like, yo, he don't know what he's doing.
Maybe he really can't get it up like that.
Yeah, or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
We got people. They got pills for
Yeah,
that.
Angela said earlier it could be
Come
medical.
on, man. Get you a blue chew. Get you a Cialis.
High blood pressure, and then he
Hit
has a
the
heart
gas
attack.
station.
Yo, for real. Get you a honey pack. Like, get you one of them gas station pills. They got all kind of stuff out there.
He's not putting any toxins in his body, he said. So.
Wait, so he doesn't drink? He doesn't drink alcohol?
Like that toxins that's a cop out. That's a cop out. Like,
Listen, maybe
I
nothing
mean,
works.
that's not why you're not having sex, bro. Like
You
that's
kids killing me with these. I have a friend who married a guy with that type of medical issue. Well, they're getting a divorce a year later.
Yo, that's real though, and that's the thing. Like, I think like you were saying earlier with communication. Like, if she started off, Jenny, you said, and he was texting. Just think about everything you said. He was behind his screen. He probably was like talking slick, and then he got, in front of her. He probably was like brain freeze. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to have these conversations. Like, she doesn't know how he was when he was a kid. I don't know. Maybe he had like a negative experience or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just reality. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta get in these guys' heads, man.
But that's why I feel like people, I don't know. I have this whole theory of like, if you haven't gone to therapy, or you haven't done work on yourself, or you haven't grown, we can't be together, because people are going through shit and they don't know they're going through shit. And then they bring their shit on you. And then you're sitting up here because now she's feeling insecure. You get what I mean? Like, now it's become a problem on her when it shouldn't be her problem. Like, that's that nigga's problem. That ain't your problem, baby. Like, now she's feeling like she's too big.
It's both their problem, actually.
Well, it is, but she's gorgeous and she hasn't like gained weight or anything. Like, she's, you know what I mean? It's not that that's an issue.
Physicality is rarely the issue.
But that's what she's thinking in her head now. You get what I mean? Like, because of that.
But let's be clear. Like, she signed up.
Exactly, bro. Like,
so it goes back to. So I love the therapy part of this. I'm a big fan of therapy, specifically in the Black community, because we got a bunch of trauma around it, and so I'm a big proponent of everybody kind of going to do that. So I suggest that. Communication but like, this is something she signed up for. So that's why I asked that fundamental question in the beginning. It was like, yo, when you're getting in these like committed relationships, are you in it to say, hey, and I think it's part of the vows. It's like through rich and poor, sickness and health, like all of that shit, you would like to think that, hey, whatever we committed to on this sexual part, that we will solve for each other at some point in the future. Like, if that ain't in your vows, it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like that is what committed relationships, specifically marriage, has been solved for.
No, you're right. Because I feel like, and even if the good thing, I hate to be that person, but like I said to her, I was like, the good thing is that y'all are not married legally, so it doesn't. I mean, it hurts, but it's not like you're losing finances and having to go legally and separate things and all that kind of stuff, because you may be a different person. Like, I'm not the person I was 5 years ago.
Exactly.
Damn, I'm not even the person I was 2 years ago.
Exactly.
So like, if
they're not married. They got kids.
She said legally, they're like common law marriage.
Yeah, they're common law marriage.
They got kids together?
No.
Yeah, she got to go. She got to keep it moving.
That's what I said.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
go on a temporary leave.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
away for a month. Do it, Donnell Jones.
Exactly. Bro, like, listen, man. You know what
I don't know. I gotta back this thing up. I don't know why, for some reason, I thought these people were in like a committed relationship for some reason.
That's what I thought. That's how I've been treated.
They're monogamous. They're just not married.
Okay, wait. I know the year. It's like something like at least 6 to 10 years they've been together. Like committed, living together. They do live together.
She feels obligated.
Okay.
So they've been cohabitating for
They live
Yeah,
together,
but
but I don't think they own. Like, I think one of them owns the house and the other one's on like the deed or whatever it is. It's not like a thing where she can't
So
get
why-
out.
They're committed enough.
There's no love
They're committed
anymore.
enough.
and take a temporary leave.
So it's like
See
she's
what happens.
there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no more love in the situation. It's just obligation, man. Like they've been together, they own a house. But like at the end of the day, man, like she was saying, like, yo, I don't know, man. Sometimes it's music, conditioning. She listened to too many Drake and Future songs and Tim's I'll Wait For You, man. She gotta keep it moving, bro.
Well,
Like-
here's my point. My feeling is, I only feel like you really have to deal with it. Like, I feel, okay, y'all been together 6 to 10 years, but you're not really married, and it doesn't cost you a damn thing to leave. So you're actually in the perfect position that if you're not really satisfied, it's time to hit the bricks and go find some. That's probably the reason why you're not married. Because if you find somebody who was knocking a hole in the back of your shit, you'd have been begging, y'all have been married already. I don't know. But you know, like, you're not married, you're not married, you're sexually dissatisfied.
Yeah.
To the point that you've been really telling them, like, yo, this is a problem. Does she feel like she's on the verge of cheating? Does she feel like she's ready to step out or something?
You said she cute, right?
But
No,
Lord, you know what I'm saying? But
Yo,
some-
shit over here.
You know what it is?
yo,
It's
yo,
like-
you gotta start that Evans marriage counseling. You gotta do it, sir.
she gotta, you know what it though? Like everyone has a relationship like that. She gotta reevaluate, like, why is she even in it? It's like maybe she's insecure, bro. Maybe she don't want to step out. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're dissatisfied and you've been with somebody, like if it's that easy to leave and she's still like emotionally staying, it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let me ask you another very
Shout out to Howard Homecoming.
Yeah, true. She'll get everything she needs and more. You send her down there with them wolves. But listen,
Gosh.
what is when they do actually link up? Is he putting it down, or is it just
No, it's
so
good.
Listen,
so when that is good, it's great.
Mhm.
I would hate to see somebody break up over this because it seems
Here
like
comes Jesus.
such a fixable issue. Or maybe not. I don't know. I just hate to see like a otherwise good relationship end over this.
And we're joking, but she loves this man.
Yeah.
She's in love with this man, and
That's what I would-
everything else is great. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's nothing else that's wrong with their relationship except for the sex. It's not.
Because I feel like later on down the line there would be some regret for leaving a guy or leaving anybody over sex. I get why you would, but that would kind of, 10, 15, 20 years later, you might be like, I could have did something.
I feel like there's some things that are fundamental in a relationship.
Yeah,
And,
I get that. I get that.
so I can't say that it's not wrong to leave over sex. I think you should try all of the ways to solve it. You try all of those, and if it doesn't work, then move on.
Listen,
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm saying that it's. I would hate to see that. It's not that we shouldn't.
I don't. I don't.
I don't.
James, you want me to send your number? No, just
You
like,
said
real quick. We can fix this problem. Real quick. I'll send you right back to your man afterwards.
facts.
Oh, nah, James is a good guy. But
I mean-
anyway, go ahead.
Well, nah, I get what he's saying. He's like, you would hate to see that, but we have to understand that sex is a very powerful element
I'm with
in a
that.
relationship.
We
and
all agree on that. We all agree
yeah,
on
you know what I mean? Like, whether it's
We all
giving to
agree.
somebody else or not giving to you enough, it's definitely been the reason why a lot of people are like dissatisfied or feeling like they're not fulfilled. So
I agree with that point. I think Marcel is like when we get for real old and we look back, I don't want that to be the reason why you may have missed out on a beautiful life.
So
Yeah,
let me play devil's.
That's all
let
I'm
me-
saying.
Let me play devil's advocate though. Would you feel worse if you heard somebody got old and they basically led a life of sexual like deprivation, right? It's like, hey, they never got what they needed, right? Like, I wouldn't wish that on anyone, right?
I can't do it.
Yeah, see, he makes it. Yeah, I like that, James. I like that.
Me too, James.
Yeah,
James, I like that too.
It all sucks that whatever it is, I don't want you to live a life of regret, regardless whether you got it all or whether you didn't get any of it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes there needs to be a level of self-sacrifice that can lead to more. What?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Well done.
I can't do it.
That's for the win.
Yo, those words, that phrase.
Oh my goodness!
I can't even do self-sacrifice at this big age, bro. Like before.
I'm not talking about sexual sacrifice. I'm talking about maybe you need to sacrifice your ego a little bit. Maybe you need to sacrifice, the things that you may be used to doing or not doing. Like, okay, you came into the relationship doing it a few weeks. But
maybe homie needs to agree to some type of cuckold situation.
Yo, that is crazy.
God, listen. You can't do the job, so sit there and watch somebody else do it for you.
2024. Let's keep it above.
Hey.
That works for
But
some
it's so
vision,
crazy. The cuckold situation. People, there's some people that have successful relationships. I know somebody made a proposition to me one time in the club. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not into that. People do that.
It's the thing, man.
No, I was a girlfriend to a couple, and it was more for him to watch us. But I know what guys are gonna say. You're two girls, blah blah blah. Yeah. But still, he really wasn't fucking. He never fucked me, and he wasn't fucking his wife for real.
Interesting.
And then you wonder why she became a whole dyke. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that word. A whole lesbian. I can say it's like the N-word for black people.
Is he willing to let her be satisfied come hell or high water?
That's what I want. That's what I said. Like when we talked about it, I literally said, have you had the conversation with him? Like Cassie said, both of me and Cassie agree on the level of you need to put it out there that you're about to go because you are.
Yeah.
And so that's the communication that all of y'all are talking about because it's a reality that you about to cheat, my nigga. So go ahead and tell him because he may be okay with it. You don't know what he gonna say. He may come back and be like, yo, get yourself a friend. I don't got it. Just make sure you come home to daddy at the end of the night.
Yeah.
I don't think she should
say. I think she should just say, like, this is my next steps. I've already told you what I want the next steps. This is the next step I'm going to take.
Step for me.
How do you feel about that? Let's set this up. I think she needs to leave. Get a short.
He needs to miss her a little bit. Like I feel like if he miss her, like when you're always
never was like that.
That's true. That's true.
She's the one that changed. So she needs to experience tiptoeing out of the relationship so she can feel and inch her way back into singlehood because it doesn't sound like it's something that's going to change.
Right. That's a fact.
Have a conversation with him and she needs to go.
Right. Because it's like, what's the point of being about being a relationship if you're not enjoying it? Like this is like the society thing that people get in. They stay in relationships because they think they ought to be there, bro. Like if you're not enjoying it, you're missing the whole point. I get the fact if you want to have kids and stuff like that, but like if you're dissatisfied, you might as well just. You know what I'm saying? Like you're missing the whole point.
I mean, to Samaj's point, she could be sexually frustrated on her own, not with a joint less land. She got a hammer laying next to her every night, can't access it. That's not fucking talk. I mean, let's be honest.
She's in her room single, bro, next to her husband.
Sitting there just laying in the bed, just looking at him like,
Yo,
can't touch
yourself, yo. Kill yourself.
So I'm a channel the good Carlton here and say prior to all the stepping out, what I would say is like have that conversation.
Yeah.
So here's the thing that I think that we don't say enough. I'll say in the Black community, but I'll just say like grown folks enough. What y'all decide to do in your bedroom that works for y'all is completely up to y'all. Don't let anybody speak on that shit, right? People had a lot of shit to say about Will and Jada. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what they doing in their bedroom. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. If that shit works for them, do what the fuck works for you. So what I would tell her to do first is like, yo, sit and have a conversation, solve for what works for y'all. If it doesn't solve, then yeah, you're gonna have to solve what works for you. But sit down and try to have the conversation work. That's my only suggestion.
So I think we should. I think that's the wrap of the show. Completely is everybody needs to be having a conversation about all things, right? Like every topic we talked about, literally boils down to this whole topic is communication. People are not fucking talking to each other, and they're not communicating, our communications are just off, and that's okay. Like you're just not the person for me, and just admit that it's off, right? Even back to my horrible dates. I'm not gonna force something there that can't happen, right? So I think that's what it is that everybody needs to just learn how to communicate better and be okay with being like, all right, I'm I fucked up. I was a bad communicator. Okay. I'm sorry.
So let's go back. We had the first time lesbian, the what was it? The first time lesbian, sexually active, and if do you like drugs?
In my nice date.
Oh, the nice date, the good,
we're gonna revisit the sexually active,
the nice date,
and we're gonna have some fun.
Is there music? Oh, he's doing.
Nice. We got live music in this joint.
Carlton, will you play something?
4 days.
Can you play something while I do the outro though?
Okay.
Play me something while I do our wrap up.
Give me a second.
I love y'all so much, fellas. While he's figuring out what he's gonna play, I'm gonna tell you this: we bringing you back again at some point. Don't think we not taking you off.
I'm with it. This is fun.
I love y'all so much for coming on the show. And I was in a really bad mood earlier, so then I feel better. See, that's how this show does therapy. I'm telling you, it releases things. Another great show, Shakiva said. Thank you, because it's hard work. Y'all don't know how much work goes into this. So with that, fellas, thank you. Our show. I feel like a reverend right now.
Not the benediction.
Won't you come?
Meet in the ladies' room.
It's
podcast is brought to you by Dana Productions of Medicated Filmworks. Our original theme song, Maybach 76. And a special shout out to Mr. Fletcher for that connection. I haven't forgot you, my brother. And I would like to say a special thank you to all our wonderful viewers out there for tuning in. Y'all are the best chats. I think I can make a book out of these chat questions and comments. And y'all real serious. Why y'all serious? It's supposed to be funny. Y'all be like y'all in church. Let me get the congregation to say amen.
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 I'll at your girl. Bye.
All right, good people.